रतन टाटा की 1 लाख रुपए की गाड़ी देने का वादा आज इस क्षण पूरा हो रहा है। 9 अप्रैल से आप बाकायदा बुकिंग करा करके गाड़ी खरीदने की तैयारी कर सकेंगे। 23 मार्च मुंबई नरीमन पॉइंट के पास पारसी जिमखाना में नैनो के लॉन्च का शानदार रंगारंग कार्यक्रम। नैनो का लॉन्च। तीन वेरिएंट इस वक्त टाटा मोटर्स इंट्रोड्यूस कर रही है बाजार में, कई रंगों में और कई अलग अलग वेरिएशंस के साथ। यानी 1 लाख से 1.5 लाख के बीच में कुछ भी कीमत हो सकती है। आप अपनी पसंद के मुताबिक इस गाड़ी में चीजें जोड़ या घटा सकते हैं। बेसिक मॉडल 1 लाख रुपए में देंगे। 1 लाख कार तक की बुकिंग के बाद दाम वही दाम रहेगा जो इस वक्त अनाउंस किया जाएगा। ध्यान दीजिए, अभी तक एग्जैक्ट प्राइस क्या होगी ये अनाउंसमेंट नहीं किया गया है। नहीं ये बताया गया है कि कितनी एडवांस बुकिंग के वक्त कितने पैसे जमा कराने होंगे। ये 2 बड़ी इंफॉर्मेशन है जिसका सबको इंतजार है। उम्मीद है कि ये अभी बताया जाएगा।
Not only is this a great looking car, but it is also innovative and defies conventional thinking. A closer look at the Nano will not fail to surprise you.
रतन टाटा और रविकांत ने आज बड़े जोर देकर के ये बात कही कि ये गाड़ी किसी भी मामले में मौजूदा छोटी गाड़ियों से कम नहीं है, न तो माइलेज में, न इंजन की ताकत में, न ही सुरक्षा में। सेफ्टी के सारे स्टैंडर्ड्स भारत के ही नहीं यूरोप के भी पूरे करेगी ये गाड़ी। और पोल्यूशन तो 2 व्हीलर जो 2 व्हीलर होता है उससे कम ही फैलाएगी। CO2 एमिशन 101 ग्राम का होगा, जो कि दूसरी गाड़ियों के मुकाबले काफी कम है। बहुत लोगों ने समझा था कि रतन टाटा के लिए एक इमोशन की बात है और एक स्टेटमेंट की बात है कि उनको छोटी गाड़ी लॉन्च करनी है, लेकिन दरअसल ये उससे बड़ी बात है। वो ये है कि पूरी दुनिया के लिए भारत अब छोटी गाड़ियों का इंटरनेशनल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब बनेगा। इतने सस्ते में ये गाड़ी यहाँ बनाई जा सकती है, ये किसी ने सोचा न था। दुनिया भर के बड़े बड़े ऑटोमेकर चाहते थे कि ये योजना शायद सफल न हो, लेकिन अब तो ह्युंडई से लेके फिएट से लेकर के महिंद्रा एंड महिंद्रा और हमारे बजाज तक ने अनाउंस कर दिया है कि वो भी इस सेगमेंट में आएंगे। ये सेगमेंट खाली था, इस सेगमेंट में कोई था ही नहीं।
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tata Nano. The Tata Nano, the car that the world has been waiting for, is here. May we now request Mr. Ratan N. Tata Chairman of the Tata Group and Tata Motors, to please join us on stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for the resounding support you have given us and the time you've spared to be with us here today. Today's another memorable day in what has been a long journey. The journey started about 6 years ago when we undertook what seemed to be just another business decision, a decision to conceive and produce a small car that would give the people of India, who today rode with their families on two-wheelers, an affordable all-weather transport at a price that would be within their reach. We conceived of a small car that had to be very low in cost, and in doing so we worked against traditional, if you might, conventions. We broke many barriers in terms of concepts, and through that period of time most people believed this could not be done. It is to the credit of the team that undertook to do this that we achieved what we did. Little did we know that we would attract so much attention, both in India as well as overseas. But the product is now before you. It meets all that we set out to do. It's affordable, it's small, it provides all-weather transport, it's larger than you'd expect, so it carries Indian families. It will work through rain and bad weather, and hopefully we can give the younger people of India who have not had a car within their reach an automobile that they can have for their families and transport their families through both weather and slippery roads with greater safety. We're today offering 3 models, and there's the base model, the standard model that we had offered, and 2 premium models, one with air conditioning and the other with air conditioning and power brakes and power windows, so that people can in fact have more than just a basic car. In January we confirmed that a promise was a promise, and that standard car would be available at 1 lakh of rupees as promised 6 years ago. I'm pleased to say that that promise is kept today. The basic car will be at 1 lakh of rupees at the factory gate at Pantnagar, from where these cars come out at this point in time. Later, the car will be produced at the new plant in Gujarat. But this has been an interim measure to basically put the car into the market almost 9 months before the new plant is in operation. As I said, this is really a reflection of tremendous teamwork, not only to conceive the car, but now under the difficult circumstances of moving a plant, building another plant, and also putting in place an interim measure to provide the market with the car at an earlier date. And I think it's but fitting that I acknowledge and invite up to the dais Mr. Ravi Kant and his senior team to join me. And also the project team that worked on and produced the Nano, headed by Girish Vaz. Ladies and gentlemen, this team that's here with us are the people that, if you might, defied conventional wisdom, broke those barriers, and wrote a new equation, if you might, for the transport. They really do deserve your applause. As I mentioned, there are three models that we are offering, and I touched on the standard model because that was a benchmark that we had established. But we wish to expand this. The three models we are offering today I described, and I will have Ravi Kant go through the details of the pricing and the booking systems. We also now have seen that perhaps the global economic situation makes this kind of car more attractive in other countries. And so after we establish ourselves well in this country, we have worked on having a European version of the Nano, which we displayed in Geneva, and possibly after a 3-year period, a somewhat different car that's slightly re-engineered for the US market, which we feel will serve that need. Both these markets will be served by a car that will be at prices lower than any other car that has been in those markets again. So with those words, I'd like to turn this over to Ravi, who can talk about the details of the pricing of the car and perhaps add his remarks to whatever I've said. Ravi?
Thank you. As Mr. Tata mentioned, the car at factory grade at Pantnagar and BS2 version will be 1 lakh rupees. Ex-showroom prices I'm going to read out at Pantnagar. Nano standard in BS2, that is Bharat Stage 2, will be 1,12,735. In BS3 it will be 1,20,960. In the In the air-conditioned version with solid paint, in PS2 it will be 139,780, and in metallic paint 1,42,780. Solid paint BS3 will be 1,45,725, and metallic paint 1,48,725, and the deluxe version with everything in it will be 1,70,335. That's the top end model. In next showroom, Delhi, which is the capital city close to Pantnagar, I'll read out some prices. As Delhi has only BS3, the standard model will be 1,23,360 ex-showroom in Delhi. In metallic paint, in the next version it will be 1,51,360, which is about 3,000 more than what it would be at Pantnagar. And the top end model will be 1,72,360. At Bombay, the prices will be slightly higher because taking into account the logistics cost. The booking amount of the three trim levels will be the same across the country as follows. Tata Nano standard in both BS2 and BS3 versions will be 95,000 rupees. Tata Nano version with air conditioning would be with 1,20,000, and the top end model will be 1,43,000. As you might have read in the TV channels and you'll read tomorrow in newspapers, the booking is going to start from 9th April and is going to end on the 25th of April. There will be over 1,000 towns and almost 30,000 locations from where booking forms can be obtained. Each booking form costs 300 rupees. There will be a computerized random selection of persons for the first 1 lakh. That for those 1 lakh people, the price will be remain constant till they are supplied the car. So we are confirming the price for 1 lakh vehicles. Those who have not been fortunate, they will have the option of retaining their bookings on which the interest will be paid, and we will have another round of similar selection, and we will tell them when they are likely to receive their car. So this is in short, very short, the booking process. I would like to acknowledge with grateful thanks many people who have made this whole project extremely successful. I would like to first, of course, acknowledge the contribution made by our suppliers, many of whom are here. They have really done a wonderful job. They have thought out a box, and they have created components and supply systems to make this possible at this price. I would like to acknowledge with thanks all our financial partners led by State Bank of India, which is really the key bank with 850 towns and nearly 1350 branch offices strength, and all the bookings, actually the money will come via State Bank of India. We have here Mr. O.P. Bhatt, Chairman and Managing Director of SBI, and I would like to thank him personally for extremely positive and steps that have been taken to make this a great success. There are other preferred banks which you will come to know by tomorrow. But, besides that, I would like to also thank our dealer community who are now going to have, they are the next in the line, so they will have to do a very difficult job, is how to balance the demand with supply. And I think that's where I think a lot of fair play, a lot of good after-sales service would be required, and to keep customers very satisfied, even though and including the prospective customers. I'd also like to thank very much people who have worked our advertising agency, Rediffusion, our media agency, Roadstar, our PR agency, Rastery, Taj Group of Hotels for having done a wonderful job, both during the daytime and you'll find it after this event is over. And of course, numerous friends which we have in the plant and numerous associates outside who have been associated with this project. It's been some time in coming. We have, as you know, we have gone through very difficult periods. We have gone through many ups and downs. But I think it shows the determination, the grit, and the, I would say, never say die attitude of this entire Nano team, which has really made this possible today. And we are able to witness this great event today. So the team led by Girish Bhatt, who has done a fantastic job, and I would like to acknowledge his leadership in making this project come to a fruition. So thank you very much indeed for being with us and gracing this occasion. Thank you.
There are several Nanos located on the site today. We hope you will, on your way to dinner or on your way to the table, take a little time to look at the cars, sit in the cars, and I hope they meet with your expectations.